That's the circuit diagram that's on the inside of the case. So that's going to be handy for tracking down any components that are not marked very well. I can use this circuit diagram and component list to track down things that don't appear to have any values on them. That's the that's the dial. You can see the dust that's collected on it, but given some patience, I think I can clean that up quite nicely. I think a lot of this dust is just surface dust. It'll come off, and maybe change the couple of dial lights here if they need replacing. Looks like there's some cat hair in here as well. So I think, like I said previously, I think I'll check the tubes and go from there. I'm going to vacuum some of this dust out of here as well. There's a lot of dust and debris, so I'm going to clean some of that up before I start handling it much more. So I'll mute the sound while I'm doing this because it's going to be pretty noisy otherwise. Well, this cleaned up quite nice. That's without using any chemicals, just dusting it initially, so that's good. And get some more of this dust off it. Not sure what this rubber was doing, unless it was something to do with the presets. I don't know. It's like a rubber band. Looks like this panel comes off the end here and slides off. through into this side panel. Doesn't look too dusty underneath because it's been enclosed pretty much. Oh, well, the tuning sort of works. It looks like it's got a rubber wheel that I assume was originally attached to that shaft, but the cord's not moving unless I help it, and then the tuning cord moves. I don't move it too much because it's pretty delicate and I don't want to disturb it. So that if I have to rethread it, I've at least got a route that I can do that. Looks like the main rectifying tube by the looks of it here. Keeping it away from all the other tubes in the radio, which makes sense. And that's a 5Y3. 5Y3G by the looks of it. And Not very easy to see what that is. Because you'll say on that diagram, which I don't have access to right now. I'll be careful, wipe all the information off altogether. It's still not easy to read that. Looks like a 6SQ7. I believe. Six question mark Q7. Okay. That's a 6K6. K6. What's this guy? Another 6SQ7. Okay, so two 6SQ7s. That one's printed a lot clearer. Or etched. I think that's probably etched into the glass rather than printed. Come on out. And the 6SK7. So what's that? 3 6SK7s. That's a 7H7 printed right on the top. I think that's a lock tool. And finally, a 6J5. Should have dusted around the other one when it was out, but well, I might have some of these tubes if required, but maybe let's just test them and see what we need, or if we need any. Just gonna clean up the workspace a little bit. I've got one of my tube testers to test this 5Y3, and it's a 5-volt filament. It's type 3 according to the dial I'm reading off. It's a type 3 5-volt filament, 50 on the plate, and it looks like there's two versions of it. But we'll try the first one. So it shows D to the top and H to the bottom. And obviously 5 volts for the filament. So let's turn it on. First thing we need to do is get the line voltage into that little black box in the center there. That's about as good as it gets right there. Filament's heating up. No shorts, no leaks. Give it a little chance to warm up. And test. That shows good. Okay. Let's turn it off for a minute. And check the other half. So we've checked the top half, sorry, the one side of the rectifier. Let's do the other half. So it says F up, H down, and everything else is the same. The plate's 50, filament to 5, and type 3. Let's the line voltage correct. Let the tube warm up a little bit. Get nice and warm. Filaments are lit. And test. And again, shows good. So it looks like our rectifier is good. So that's a good start. So let's turn it off. So one good rectifier tube. So now we've got a bunch of what do we say we had here? 6SQ7. 6. See lines on and on and on. It's easy to look these up in a book, but the scroll already has that information. 6G, 6H, what are we looking for? 6SQ. 6K. I passed it, it's on this side. LM, PQ, R, 6S, 6SQ7. 6SQ7. Looks like it's a triple tube. 3 parts to it. So 6.3 volts. Let's put the plate down for the moment. It's a type 1. Type 1. 6SQ7 type 1. 6.3 for the filament, plate 20, and the first part B and F to the top, C and G to the bottom, and then we can put 6.3 for the filament and start powering it up. Heater's lighting. No shorts obvious. Let's see what we get. It says it's good. At least that part of the tube, it says it's good. Nice. Let's do the next one. So the next part of the tube, it says it's type 1, 6.3 volts for the filament, which is the same obviously. Type 1 plate should be at 40, and we need D up and C and G down, and we're ready to check the next part of the tube. Shouldn't take long to warm up, considering we just had it warm. Filament's heating up. Let's see if it'll test. Yeah, and that tests good also. So the next part of the tube, we need type 1, 6.3, again as usual, plate at 40, and we need E up and C and G down. Looks like it might be a double triode pentode, maybe. Not sure without looking it up. But anyway, let's just double check I've got everything right. So type 1, 6.3 for the filament, 40 on the plate, E up, C and G down. Okay. Let's see how we fare this time. I suspect it's going to be okay. Tubes are pretty hardy devices. Yeah, it takes a lot to knock them out. Okay, we're heating up. Probably ready to test. So here we go. Yep, it's showing good also, although it's dropping. It's dropping slowly. Line is not, line's okay. Not sure about that last part of the tube because it's getting pretty close to the questionable area. Yeah. Yeah, that might not be so good after all. Just check I've got everything right. 6.3, 40 on the plate. Type 1, 6.3, 40 on the plate. E up, C and G down. Wait for it to... Starts off good and then drops off, but initially it shows good. I might check that one on another tube tester just to see how it performs on the other tube tester. But for now, I think it may be okay. But I don't know, not 100% sure about that one. The other two parts of the tube checked okay. That's the 6SQ7. And this one was also a 6SQ7. Yeah, another 6SQ7. So we're already set up for this part of the 6SQ7. So just need to turn back on. Let it warm up. And then test. Interesting to see how it compares to the other one. the filament's heating up. See how it compares. And that shows good and solid. Much steadier than that other one. So that appears to be good. I'm going to swap it for the other one again, just to see if it was maybe the pin connections. Oh, I've got to check the remainder of that one. No, it's showing bad. So that 6SQ7, I think we might have a problem. We might have a problem, Houston. Yeah, I think we've got to have to change that guy. 6SQ7. So we'll test it again anyway. Filament's heating up. And we've got a solid good on that part of the tube. Okay, so let's turn this off a minute and do the other part. So the other 6SQ7, we need type 1, 6.3 volt filament, 20 on the plate, and we need B and F up and C and G down. Okay. Giving it a chance to warm up. Okay, test. And it tests good. And it's solidly in the green. Okay, and the last part is type 1, 6.3, 40 on the plate, D up, C and G down, and put the power on. Shouldn't take long to warm up because it was just on. So I'm going to try test. Yeah, that's solid. That one is solid too. So that's a good tube. Good. So we at least have one good tube. Oh, two good tubes, because the rectifier was good as well. So we have a good one, and we have a dodgy one over here. Alright, what we got left? We got another one. Another 6SQ7, I think. No, that's a 6SK7. Okay, 6SK7. A little different. Six SK7. 6SK7. Okay, type 3. 6.3 volt for the filament, 30 on the plate. We need D, F, and H with C, E, and G down. So we've got D, F, and H up, C, E, and G down. 6SK7. Don't know whether I'm seeing a filament or not. Don't see a filament. Oh. Let's test, see what's happening. It's showing good. So I'm going to say that's good. There's only one test for the 6SK7, and it's showing good. So right now, I'm going to say that is good. What have we got left? We've got a 7H7. So 7H7. That fellow there. That's with the locked tube in it. 7H7. 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 So the 7H7 is type 2, 6.3 volt filament, 24 on the plate with B, C, and F up, and D, G, and H down. So let's try that. that a chance to warm up. See whether it shows any life. Oh yeah, it's showing good. Yep, another good tube. Yep, good. And another octal. A 6J5. Six J 6J5, there it is. Six J5. Okay, we want type 2, 6.3 for the filament, 24 on the plate, C and E up, G and H down, and put some power on. Filament's heating up. Six J5. Let's test this one. That also shows good. Yeah, solidly good for that tube. Good. Okay, so we said that this is a good one, this is a dodgy one, so I'm going to need to find a 6 SQ7. Did I check this one? I don't think I did. Actually, I'm going to plug this one in here. This is the dodgy one. I'm not sure whether we checked this one or not. Can't remember. What was it? 6K6. Yeah, I think we checked that, didn't we? Six K6. Well, we'll check it again. 6K6. 6K6. 6K6 type 3, 6.3 filament. 34 volts on the plate. Oh, 34 on the plate. Don't know whether that's voltage or just a setting. And C, D and E up, and G and H down. And let's see what goes on. Oh, it's heating up. Yeah, that's good. As it warms up, it's getting a little better. That was our 6K6. Yeah, that's solid. All right, so we've checked all the tubes, and the only one that appears to be a little dodgy is that one. This one I need to glue the key back in place, and otherwise that tube's okay. So this is the one that's suspect. I'm not saying it's dead, but compared to the other ones, it's doesn't appear to be healthy. On the one segment of the tube, the other two segments of the tube seem to be fine. So that's all the tubes tested. So this baby can go bye-byes again. I might just check that tube on another tester that I have. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to check this one again, and on another piece of equipment, on another tube tester, just to see how it performs on another tube tester.